The movie begins in Thailand. Madison, this big-time social media influencer, is on vacation there. She has been using her whole trip to hype up herself and a bunch of advertisers online. Even though Madison's bummed that her boyfriend, Ryan, didn't come with her, she flashes a huge smile and poses for the camera, giving her viewers and followers the impression she's having this super glam and wild time in Thailand. One night, Madison is just sitting by herself at a bar. Suddenly, a British dude cuts in and offers to help her snap some pics for her feed, but she politely tells him, no thanks, she's good. Meanwhile, some mysterious chick in the bar keeps staring hard at Madison. The British guy then tries to start a conversation, and they have this awkward chat. It's pretty painful. He offers to show her around the area, but Madison starts feeling weirded out and uncomfortable. Then, the mysterious woman, who goes by CW, steps in and interrupts them. CW gets friendly with Madison and offers to be her guide and show her the local spots. Madison's totally relieved and accepts the offer, following her right out. Madison and CW then take a chill stroll around the hotel grounds. CW is curious about why Madison is rolling solo, warning her that she should stay away from dudes who look harmless but are probably sketch. Madison explains that her boyfriend canceled on their vacation plans at the very last second. CW feels bad for her situation and offers to take her on a whole tour of the country the next day. The ladies start their tour by taking a hike up in the mountains. Madison records a post for her vlog and tries to feature CW in the video, but CW shuts her down because she straight up doesn't like being on camera. Instead, she offers to take pictures of Madison, which works out for Madison. After their morning hike, CW takes her on a tour of all the local hotspots, the real deal places. They bike through the city of Krabi and then crush a seriously good meal. Madison says Ryan would have been stoked on Thailand if he had just come along. CW picks up on the pain and sadness in Madison's voice and suggests they link up with two other guy guests staying at the hotel. Make it a party. Madison has a killer night out with CW and the male guests. On the way home, a tipsy Madison gives CW a big hug and thanks her for such an awesome day before they go their separate ways. However, as Madison gets close to her hotel room, she gets a weird feeling. Something's wrong. When she finally reaches her room, she figures out someone broke in and trashed the joint. Total mess. She also finds out that her iPad and travel passport have been lifted. Madison is scared and confused about what the heck just happened. She files a report with the hotel management, and CW is right there supporting her through it all. The next day, Madison learns that she's got to wait 2 weeks to get a new passport from Bangkok. That night, Madison video calls Ryan to fill him in on the whole mess. Ryan doesn't handle the news well at all and straight up blames Madison for what went down. Seriously. Madison can't even believe what she's hearing. Ryan assumes that Madison purposely extended her vacation since she was only supposed to be in Thailand for 1 week. The nerve. Madison is shocked by his reaction and painfully breaks things off with Ryan, figuring out that there's absolutely no point in staying with him anymore. He's a lost cause. CW then takes Madison on a boat trip to Bangkok. On the way, Madison decides to make the most of her unexpectedly long vacation and keeps recording videos and taking selfies for her vlog, keeping the content pumping. Madison gets a text from Ryan telling her that it's her loss for breaking up with him. What a jerk. After a super tiring day of sightseeing, they head off to CW's house deep in the woods. Later, while CW is cooking up dinner, Madison is making plans for what they're going to do the next day. But CW assures her that she has an even better plan cooked up for both of them, something special. Madison is definitely curious about that. CW takes her on a boat trip to a deserted island the next day. On the way, CW stops Madison from recording videos and taking pictures, telling her to chill out with the phone. When they get to the island, Madison figures out there's absolutely no cell phone service. She's disconnected. Hours later, they're sitting by a campfire, and Madison shares a childhood memory with CW. She tells her that when she was in high school, this creepy classmate loved telling scary stories and was always imagining horrific scenarios and terrible stuff going down. A total weirdo. Madison jokes that the girl would probably think CW brought her to this deserted island to kill her. CW gives this sneaky smile and vividly explains exactly how she will abandon Madison on the island. No joke. The vibe around them gets super tense as CW lays out how Madison will totally lose it, going crazy all alone on the island with nobody to save her. Stranded. No one will have a clue where she is, and she will starve and be super thirsty. Rough life. CW adds that Madison will only last 3 days before she finally snaps, gets fearfully hysterical, and either kills herself or just dies. That's the timeline. Madison stares at CW in shock but figures she's just being sarcastic and chuckles it off. She thinks Madison is just trying to sound all scary, like her weird high school classmate. What a goof. Unfortunately for Madison, CW meant every single word she just said. Dead serious. Madison jokingly tells CW that people will for sure come looking for her. She's too famous to disappear. But CW fires back that she will just take over Madison's social media accounts and no one will ever suspect she's even missing. Perfect cover. Madison keeps the conversation going, totally clueless about CW's twisted plans and what she's really trying to pull off. The next day, CW packs up her stuff and Madison's things and then just leaves the influencer stranded on the island while she's in a deep sleep. CW then heads back so she can start enjoying living Madison's sweet lifestyle with Madison's stolen passport for the next 3 weeks. Living large, CW takes over Madison's life, making videos and taking pictures of herself, editing them with all kinds of filters and effects that convince her followers that she's the real Madison. Nobody suspects a thing. After some exhausting weeks of pretending to be Madison, CW fakes a social media post claiming that Madison is taking a break from influencing, a sabbatical. This way, no one would ever imagine that something bad happened to their favorite social media influencer. And nobody knows what the hell happened to Madison. She's erased. This enjoyment doesn't last long though, as CW quickly gets bored and feels dissatisfied. Sometime later, CW finds another influencer on vacation, named Jessica, on Instagram, and starts stalking and spying on her every move. One night, she then goes up to Jessica, hoping to find some new excitement and thrills. She tries to get friendly with her after following her into an antique store, making a play. Jessica, however, seems more interested in something else besides making new friends, leaving CW feeling frustrated and bummed out. Her plan failed. CW thinks up other ways to get close to Jessica and then sees a post on her Instagram page encouraging other women to join her social group, an exclusive club. CW tracks her down at a bar and then acts like she accidentally bumped into her, a chance meeting. CW sounds super believable when she lies that she is one of Jessica's biggest fans and has been looking forward to meeting her for ages. What a performance. Jessica initially blows her off, but then calls her back over, figuring that CW is being honest and sincere. She fell for it. The two women chat for a while and soon become friends, just like CW planned all along. They spend the next day hanging out, but Jessica has some important dinner to get to and promises to catch up with CW later. She's got plans. CW secretly snags Jessica's hotel room keycard, and that night she breaks into Jessica's room in the same way to steal all her stuff and belongings, a repeat performance. When Jessica gets back to her room, Madison is patiently waiting for her to call, knowing Jessica will soon realize what's gone down and will reach out to Madison for help. Since she doesn't have any other friends in Thailand, she's the only one left. As expected, Jessica reaches out and offers to let her stay at her apartment, similar to the agreement she had with Madison, the same old trick. The two women later travel back to Madison's room, making a pit stop. There they find Ryan waiting for Madison, cause he had been hoping to surprise her with a wedding proposal. That dope. CW is totally shocked to see him there. This wasn't in the plan. She lies and says that Madison gave her permission to stay in the room, covering her tracks. However, neither Ryan nor Jessica fully believes her ridiculous story. CW uses Madison's pre-recorded voice the next day to make a fake call to Ryan, telling him to get the hell out of her house since they are no longer a thing. The recorded message trick. Ryan begs her to give him a chance to talk, but Madison refuses, playing the part. Ryan is confused as hell but agrees to leave the room. Jessica wants to go sightseeing and asks CW to come along, but when Ryan offers to go with her instead, she changes her mind right quick. Something's up. Ryan and Jessica actually hit it off, but they're both super suspicious of CW. That's their common ground. Ryan explains that Madison's room was suddenly broken into and her passport got stolen. Crazy coincidence. Jessica starts suspecting that CW is the one behind all her and Madison's bad luck and misfortunes. It's all connecting. The next day, Jessica gets even more skeptical of CW's motives and personality. Her red flags are flying. Jessica sends a follow request to Madison's Instagram account, which is logged in on CW's phone since CW is living as Madison now. Gotta check the profile. CW suspects that Jessica's up to something shady and secretly follows her trail. Jessica gets to Madison's house and starts packing up her stuff to leave, making a break for it. Unfortunately, CW shows up and pays off her taxi driver before Jessica can even leave. She's trapped. CW cuts her off and stops her from leaving. Big confrontation time. Jessica confesses that CW is totally creepy, and she thinks CW is the one who burgled her room and Madison's room. She's figured it out. CW loses her patience, gets straight up mad, and kills the woman right there. A cold-blooded murder. She hides Jessica's body and cleans up the whole scene, leaving no trace. Ryan comes back home with some friends and asks CW to hang out with them, but she refuses and screams at him to send his friends home. She's a psycho hostess. Ryan refuses, holding his ground and insisting that this is his girlfriend's house. He's got a right to be there. Sometime later, CW grabs a knife, planning to murder Ryan, the second victim on the list. She changes her mind at the last second and instead cooks up a new plan. She makes breakfast the next day and apologizes to Ryan for acting crazy yesterday. Smooth move. He notices Jessica never came back last night, and CW lies that she left already, just took off. She then posts a picture of Madison on a fake date with some other guy, stirring the pot. The duo hang out together, and CW talks him out of worrying about Madison, cooling him down. She spikes his drink, knocks him out, and returns to Madison's place with him. She tricks him into thinking they slept together. The ultimate betrayal. The next day, Ryan starts tracking Madison's supposed movements by checking her Instagram posts, even running into the British dude from the bar earlier. Small world. He explains that the last time he saw Madison, she was with CW, the key information. Her lies quickly fall apart, and Ryan figures out that CW kidnapped Madison and was the one who posted the sabbatical post on social media. The pieces clicking. Upon discovering the photo effects she used to change her appearance, he rushes back to Madison's house and finds her diary hidden in CW's bag, the proof he needs. Ryan then attacks her and ties her up. Big mistake. He then tries to force CW to take him to Madison. Gotta save his girl. CW agrees to go, only to drown him and murder him instead. He should have known better. She then posts lies about him online using Madison's social media account, destroying his reputation. CW then heads back to the island to dump Ryan and Jessica's bodies, getting rid of the evidence. In the process of searching for the influencer, she finds out that Madison is still alive. What a shocker. Madison manages to totally overpower CW and knocks her out cold. Revenge time. She steals the boat and finds the bodies of Ryan and Jessica. A terrible discovery. She rides the boat back to civilization, making her escape, and CW just smiles as she watches Madison ride off into the distance. She's crazy, man. Thanks a ton for watching, and I hope you really dug the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. Comment below what movie you think I should recap next. I want to hear your ideas, and I'll catch you in the next video.